Okay, hi, my name is Shay Allen, and you're welcome to another edition of the Industry Police. Today, I'm going to talk about the past, the present, and the future in music. The past, the present, and the future. That means the old artists, as we call them, the current artists that are reigning, and the artists that will remain. Actually, not the artists that will come up, but the artists that will remain from the current. What do I want to talk about on this issue? Most times, I discover that our current artists have very little respect for the old artists. It's only in Nigeria where you come into music and you don't bother to know the history of who has been there before. You yourself, you're not going to be there forever. You're not going to be there forever. If you think you're going to be there forever, you must be kidding me, or somebody must be kidding you. Most artists, for me, until do your first 5 years, okay, do half a decade. Okay, then to people like us, oh yeah, I think that boy, I think that girl is gonna stay, Then by the time you're doing 10 years, we're like, okay, this boy is gradually getting there. Do you understand? Then you're doing your 15 years, then we're like, okay, you're heading towards becoming a veteran, Or most of you just have just one hit song. You don't even have a full album yet, and you're feeling like a superstar, and you're disrespecting, those artists that have been there before. I think there should be respect for those artists. I think there should be a time when we should organize concerts and make sure that the young artists jam alongside the old artists. It's happened before, but it needs to happen more. As in, you young artists even have to make it your priority, to look for those old artists. Look for artists that have been there before. Go sit with them, talk with them, share from their experiences, learn from their experiences, and then ask them what they've been through. Let them tell you. Some in those days just did only one album, but it was a big hit, and they're not recording any longer, or they've recorded but it didn't make it like their first album, but they have experiences they can share with you. You can learn from them, and it will help your career. There's something they call staying power. Some artists have it. People like KSA, like Ebenezer Obey, even somebody as young as Two-Face Idibia, has the staying power. He started with a group of people. Most of them are falling along the side, but he's still there. Two-Face is still there. I want to say big up to people like Sound Sultan. Sultan has been there. He's not making big hits any longer, but he's there. You can't forget him. I can give you a list of 10 artists that when I start mentioning their names, you'll be like, where is he? Where is that person? They came, they gave us one big monster hit, and then they're off. Do you understand? Okay, I give respect to people like P Square. Okay, the band Jacko actually stayed long. There are people like Olumentain, even somebody like Idris. Idris came from the same set with Plantation Boys, Two-Face, and co. But somehow he's still hanging in there. He's not gone. He hasn't left for another job, so he's still hanging on in there. But there are artists that are even older than the Two-Face. There's Sir Victor Whiteford. There's the King Sunny Ade, and there's Lagbaja, there's Fela Kuti, there's Fela, there's of course someone like Fela. You guys if you don't know Fela, then you don't know anybody. Do you understand? I can understand when I ask about some artists that some of you be thinking who is that? I once asked an artist, I was talking about Mike Okrian. That's what who is that? Sometimes when you talk about some artists, some of you don't even know. You are so not knowing, and it's not cool enough. When you're coming into the entertainment business, I think you should ask questions like, what kind of music did they used to play those days? Who used to play this kind of music? Some of you don't even know the kind of music you're playing because you didn't listen to the brands of music that were on that time. You understand? So when we ask you some of what you play, you are not even sure. And the reason goes like this: you need to go back to history. go back to the roots, find out who has been reigning in reggae, in high life, in pop music, in rap, in R&B, in soul music, in funk. I asked one artist, do you know about funk music? Mm-mm. He was like, mm-mm. How about R&B? Mm-mm. So what do you guys know? It's important. Let me give you an example. Before you become a lawyer, before you are called to bar, I mean, you'll have gone to school 3-4 years, they'll teach you the history of the first lawyers, how they came. So just because in music, most of you didn't go to music school, doesn't mean that you can't read books. You can read books, you can go online. I mean, Google is there. Just learn about past Nigerian artists, learn about past African artists, learn about past foreign artists, and knowing it will help your career. Okay, so this news, this info is really interesting. Is Ricardo Banks really a fool? I mean, is Ricardo Banks a fool? I'm just thinking, I've listened, I know Ricardo Banks' songs, and by songs I know he's clever, he's brilliant, but I got this info, this was on Twitter, that Wizkid called him a fool. Like, this is information, like Ricardo and Wizkid did a duet, collabo as some boys will call it, and I think Ricardo was eager to put it out there, and Wizkid wasn't ready because there were protests going on, and then Ricardo went ahead to announce that, oh, I'm doing this great song with Wizkid that's going to be out soon, and then Wizkid said, not now, you fool. Interesting. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm going to leave it to you people. I'm just, highlighting, I'm just touching it, but I just wonder, was it right for Wizkid to use such a language on another artist? I know he's big, he's much bigger than Ricardo for now, but like I was telling you guys about the past, the present, and the future. If you're reigning now, you're not going to be there forever. You are the current, you may soon become the past. Do you understand? But let the future breathe. Pet the future, because you're going to need the future at any point in time once you become the past. So I'll leave it to you guys. You guys can go on our YouTube channel. You can drop comments. You can drop comment on our Facebook page. You can drop comment about this on our Instagram. Everything at Industry Police, whether you're on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, at Industry Police. My name remains Shay Allen, and this is the Industry Police. Okay, so it's about that time I redirect you guys to the Industry Police Gossip Unit. Stay tuned.
Hello and welcome to Industry Police. I'm your host, Classic Shorty. Okay guys, welcome to Industry Police. I'm your host, Classic Shorty. And you know how we do it. Yes, we give you ongoing gist in the entertainment industry, right? I look extraordinarily happy today. I'll tell you the reason when we get back. Guys, we had a whole lot going on this week. Going on in October particularly. As in, like, most especially the hashtag NSAS protest. We've had a lot of celebrities stepping up, from Nollywood actors to musicians to... But before we go into that, let's go into something very interesting. Looks like there's going to be the end of a beef. Yes, very soon. Cardi B and Nicki Minaj seem to be ending their beef with a new song titled Lavish, like their lifelong beef. I think it's ended. I'm so happy about that. That new baby that Nicki Minaj has really changed everything, From the moment she became Mrs. Perry to the baby, and she's just been so sweet, and I'm so happy about that. So guys, expect a new tune from Cardi B and Nicki Minaj titled Lavish. Okay, yes, on the Nigerian entertainment scene, we had a singer, Mayor Kun from the DMW record label, actually helping a man whose car was vandalized during the hashtag EndSARS protest. These are the things we need our celebrities to be doing. Stand up, and let us lend one voice to the government to end SARS. And then the SWAT, end SARS, end SWAT. I stand, you stand. Let's just do this together. Yeah, I said this the other time. I said hashtag EndSARS, hashtag EndSWAT. Well, Jim Iyke, Nollywood actor, is saying that SWAT is low budget SARS. I'm like, does he know what he's saying? Yeah, he finally decided to join the protest actually, guys. He's now a protester. But then I'm like, does he know the meaning of SWAT over there, like on the other side, like in the foreign countries? SWAT is way big. So if he knows what he's saying, he would know that SARS is low budget SWAT, not SWAT being low budget SARS. But of course, that's not coming from me, that's coming from Jim Iyke. Of course, you all know. Jim Iyke has his own spectacular way of doing things. So, recall that during this hashtag EndSARS protest, we've lost a few lives, from the police ranging to protesters, and one of them is late Jimoh Isiaq. And then we had actor Williams Uchemba standing up for the family, compensating them with 1 million naira. Say the least we can do is take care of them. I mean, these are the kind of things we need our celebrities, our top officials, those who, the elites of the country, those who stand and can stand on their feet to be able to help the masses, the protesters, give them backup, give them security, make sure that their voice is heard. Hats off to you, Williams Uchemba. And still on the Nigerian entertainment scene, following the massive, million naira gift that Regina Daniels received on the next morning after her birthday, she has backed an endorsement deal with a hair brand here in this country. Yes, she's now the face of a new hairline in Nigeria. And guess what? She's also partnering with this hair brand. Seems like October is really turning out successful for Regina Daniels. But of course, congratulations. Oh guys, this is so funny. Like, okay, we all had eyes on somebody else in the Nollywood entertainment industry being accused of some certain things, but then this one is really okay. Let me cut to suspense. Like, let me cut to the chase. Okay, yes, a UK-based woman has accused Nollywood actor Mike Ezuroye of being involved in internet romance fraud. Like, he has defrauded her emotionally and financially, and she's not the only victim. And I'm like, that cool-looking guy, that charming, sweet guy, like, really? I'm like, I'm not going to say anything about that because I wouldn't want to take sides, but then let's see how it all turns out. One of the many celebrities that partook in the hashtag EndSARS protest, one of them was Genevieve Nnaji. Yes, our very own Genevieve. And she's saying that the youth do not believe the government. The government saying they've reformed SARS, they've disbanded and all of that. The youth do not believe them. They want action. Dismissal of rogue police officers, rogue officers in general in the service. They do not believe what the government is saying and they believe in action. They don't want to hear words anymore. And I'm like, it's true though. But then this is not coming from, it's coming from Genevieve. As always, I quote Genevieve. And this has got me really bewildered. I'm like, what the? Okay, let me tell you what's getting me really bewildered. Because I'm like, 3 million! Okay, let me cut the suspense. Okay, yeah, so one of the Migos, yeah, the music band, let's say band, we had Offset, Quavo, all the Migos. But then now we're talking particularly about Offset. Yes, I can get enough of him and Cardi B, right? Yeah, forgetting the divorce thing and everything. And then now Offset has proved himself as a worthy father, getting his baby culture with Cardi B, a 3 million naira car city for car for children. 3 million naira. Yeah, I know that babies and children are not allowed to sit on the regular car seat, but then 3 million! I'm sure they actually brought it down to Nigerian currency. That should be about like $10,000. Wow, 3 million. Guys, I'm not like it's too much, but then I'm like, hey, 3 million! Okay, guys, like he's proved himself as a worthy father, but then I'm like, that's of course, when you're big, you're big. Okay guys, seriously, Burna Boy is lending a voice this time around, and he's saying that 50, 60K monthly salaries for police officer, that is not helping matters at all. Like, who does that? Like, you people want them to be comfortable and be fine and not do things illegally, violence. I'm not supporting them either. But then 50K, 60K monthly wages is low for a police officer who protects, who is in charge of the security of the entire country. Like, the government can do better. I believe that. I know the government can do better. Burna Boy believes they can. But of course, who am I? Welcome to Industry Police, where we speak the truth only. Okay guys, yes, we have Snoop Doggy, yes, Snoop Dogg, getting a tattoo of Kobe Bryant, late basketball star. Yes, he rapped over a footage of the late star's, morale, his career, and then he decided to pay him tribute by tattooing his face on his body, and then that's the really good one, that's called love, star love, Just so, rest in peace once again, Kobe Bryant. Yes, Kim Kardashian West, as you know, she's stumbled upon some pictures from the good times she's had with her husband Kanye West, before the bipolar stuff and the this and that, the troubles, they've had good times together. She stumbled upon those pictures and she decided to post them and let the world know that she has lovely moments, beautiful times with her husband despite his condition. That is one thing called true love. Like, I'm surprised the almighty Kim Kardashian is in love. Wow, like, love is mysterious, I guess. Can we just get enough of Big Brother Naija for this year? Like, Nengi, you just don't want to go out of the spotlight. Guess what? Yeah, she's at it again. While we are all going through this NSAS, Nengi has something to tell us. Okay, she was asked to choose between Ozo Kidwaya and Lekon. She said she would kiss and marry Ozo and deliberately, internationally, locally, integratingly, every Englishingly dump Lekon and Kidwaya. And I'm like, baby, you dey para. Like, you will kiss and marry Ozo. That Ozo that you Nengied, I think you have forgotten. That your English is still in the dictionary. Be very, very careful. Popular street rappers Lasad Ibile, yes, the only Zanku master. Okay guys, I don't want to do that dance now, but bet you are, if I Zanku with you, you will ask, now me create the dance and Zlatan. Okay, let's get away from that, as Zlatan has taken to the streets of Ghana with his fans to protest against the SARS, like #EndSARS. He's taken to the Nigerian High Commission in Ghana. He hit the streets with all his fans in Ghana. Let's go there, let's do what? Let's learn the voice, even in Ghana also. Popular Nigerian cross-dresser Idris Okunye, popularly known as Bobrisky, as he has spoken. He says Late Jimoh Isiak's family cannot lose their son and still be broke, so he's planning to donate $1 million. He's planning to. He has not. Let's spare the rumors. He's planning to. Not yet. Yes, we had a lot of NSAS protests everywhere, including London, ranging from Wizkid doing it in London. We had Akon also standing up for Nigeria in London, and one of the very few celebrities that attended the protest in London is Mr. Easy and his popular lovebird Temi Otedola, the one and only Temi Otedola, sister to DJ Copy, the one and only Ifeoluwa Otedola, and then daughters to the billionaire Femi Otedola. It's good to have money. You see the link, Otedola, billionaire Otedola. I'm like, money is sweet. As in, love is sweet though, but when money enters, it's sweeter. Imagine if you want to explain now, say Mr. Easy, boyfriend to billionaire daughter or billionaire. No, I beg. I must get money. As in, I must to have money. This life, now we. When you have a friend, they say a friend in need is a friend indeed. People usually say that thing doesn't work anymore, but then I think it's really works, because before somebody be put and inside pockets and buy you ordinary pencil that my friend take. No, I beg, you deserve it. Okay, yes, let's cut ourselves the lecture. Okay, yes, talent manager Obi Franklin, his fourth baby mama decided to get her friend a new Mercedes Benz, thanking her for the love and support she's always shown through. She's always come through for her. She's always shown her love. She's always been there for her during the tough times. That's what we say. Get yourself a friend who can stand for you every time, anywhere, any day. And Obi Franklin's fourth baby mama has one of those very few friends. Okay, guys, look at this. I wanted to reason from this, but then I still feel like it was right. He was helping the town. Okay, let's cut to the chase. Comedian and actress Lizzie J and the one and only Omobadon. Yes, she says she cannot believe that the Oyo State governor would gift the Ogbomoso king 100 million naira after his palace was vandalized by protesters. I personally feel the money is too much, but I don't think it was wrong for him to gift the king that amount of money. But then, her saying she cannot believe, she must have a reason. But then I still think that money is much. What do you think? Now, who would have believed that we had such connection, relationship in the Big Brother Naija season 5 and season 4? Like, there was a connection, there was a relationship. Okay, guys, let me give you guys the full gist. Neo, ex Big Brother Naija star, is the cousin to Venita Akpofure from Big Brother Naija season 4. And then now Venita has come out to say, God forbid, stop it! You cannot and you will not have a relationship with V, not under my watch. And I'm like, babes now. Venita for V, Victoria for V. Why are you fighting? It's V, eh? But then she says she, not under her watch, will Neo try to have a relationship with V. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining on this episode of Industry Police. I'm your host, Classic Shorty, and remember to always like and follow all our social media pages, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and not forgetting the most important of all, our YouTube channel that is also at Industry Police. Remember to click the subscribe button and the bell, do ding dong, so you can get notified when we post a new video or we upload a new, I'm important. You get it right. Yes, until next time, I say stay wholesome, stay sweet, don't forget to be nice to each other. I love you.
Hello beautiful people, my name is Agitashala Maomi, your favorite screen goddess, and this is Industry Police. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the trending issues in the society. I mean, we all know what's been happening in the society lately, and I hope you all are staying safe. So first of all, I'm going to be talking about the Wizkid and Reekado Banks rift. So it all started from Twitter when Reekado Banks went ahead to tweet about his song with Wizkid, Omolomo, and he was like, dropping soon, get ready for this, and he still went ahead to use the hashtag #EndSARS and End Police Brutality. But Wizkid didn't have any of that because he was really angry at the tweet, and he went ahead to say, not now. And he also went ahead to post "You Fool" and still went ahead to call him a clout anthem. Now, this obviously angered Reekado Banks, as we found out now they both unfollowed each other. Now, some of the fans feel Wizkid was wrong for calling him a fool, while some of the fans feel Reekado Banks was chasing clout by posting that at that crucial moment when we were all putting our voices together as young people to end SARS and end police brutality. Well, who knows? It is what it is. Okay guys, so Wizkid's baby mama, his third baby mama actually, and mother of Zion, his favorite buddy who he's always moving around with, Jada, celebrated her birthday. And the fans think that Wizkid was hiding from the camera. I mean, I wonder why he would be doing that anyway, because Wizkid was obviously shying away from the camera. But some of the fans wouldn't have any of that. They feel that he was hiding his face and didn't want to be shown or didn't want to be seen. And Zion was a whole lot of mood. Okay guys, so Davido's baby mama and fiance, or should I say Davido's girlfriend and fiance, like some people refer her to, Chioma Avril Rowland, and the mother of his son, Ifeanyi Obi Jr., has decided to show her love, her undying love to her son by tattooing his name on her wrist. Ifeanyi. Wow, I mean, I can't wait to be a mom. Perhaps I'll tattoo my son's own here. But what do you guys think? Omotola Jalabe Ekinde MFR, like she calls herself, has apologized for her previous tweet where she said, if people actually died in the Lekki Tollgate shootings, then they should come out and speak about it. Where are their families? And she has been getting it hot from France because there's been so much backlash from people. People feel that she wasn't compassionate enough. Some were like, and you are a mother. There's been so much happening, and she went ahead to apologize for the tweet and also said that she was going to delete it immediately. Former governor of Lagos State and current minister of works discovered a camcorder at the scene of the event at Lekki Tollgate, and a lot of celebrities have reacted to it, and including Nigerians. Some were like, okay, behold Inspector Babatunde Fashola, the discoverer of the camera at the crime scene. And some other people have said things like, really? This really happened? And you all think we're dumb? Adekunle tweeted where he said, this obviously is funny because Mumu is obviously written on our foreheads. While Choke Makiwa went ahead to post that she's just going to be walking away from this bullshit because the camcorder in 2020. Seriously? No. She's definitely not going to let Nigeria's issues affect her happy week and a happy day and a happy life. That will be all for today, guys, on Industry Police. And my name is Agisashilo Omomi, your favorite screen goddess. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and also on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell notification so that you get notified of new videos that pop up. That will be all, guys. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Recall that during the Lekki massacre, or after the Lekki massacre precisely, there was some vandalizing of personal properties owned by citizens. Well, Erica, ex-Big Brother Naija housemate, had something to say. She said, it makes no sense that thugs are looting and vandalizing shops owned by citizens. It really doesn't make any sense. Still on the hashtag #EndSARS campaign, singer Burna Boy, a one and only African giant, had something to say. He says on his Instagram page, please on no account should this become a tribal thing. I cannot even believe that can still be in people's minds in 2020. Fix Nigeria, don't break it into tribes. This was coming after the Lekki massacre. A day after, Burna Boy went on his Instagram page to say he couldn't sleep all night. I mean, the massacre has been a huge thing on a lot of people's hearts. Yeah, part of the vandalized shops and personal properties looted. Nollywood actress Uche Elendu's shop was one of those shops. Like, she was one of the victims of the looted and vandalized personal properties. A big sorry to you, Uche Elendu, but of course it's gonna get replaced, right? You're insured. Recall that during the hashtag #EndSARS protest, we had Tiwa Savage, Nigerian singer, calling on international artist Beyonce to, do something about the #EndSARS campaign due to the fact that Africans stood up for her during her album. And then now Beyonce gave her a reply saying that people shouldn't be judged by their public, the public opinions by their posts on social media. Well, Tina Knowles, Beyonce's mother, sticks up for her daughter after a hashtag #EndSARS message gets criticized. Yeah, all that's trending in Nigeria right now is the hashtag #EndSARS and bad governance. Yes, still on the hashtag #EndSARS campaign, American rapper Meek Mill makes a comparison between the American and Nigerian systems. It went on his Twitter page and says hashtag #EndSARS. Stayed up all night watching crazy videos from hashtag Nigeria. It looks 100% worse than what Americans go through with the system. Support our people. Wow, that is a huge support from you, Meek Mill. Over the week, we had 21 Savage celebrating his birthday, and the theme of the party was a 70s themed party, the 1970 themed party. Well, Meek Mill, T.I., Lil Baby, and others put on their best 70s inspired pimp costumes for 21 Savage's birthday. Well. Beyonce finally spoke up on the Lekki massacre. She says, "I'm heartbroken to see the senseless brutality taking place in Nigeria." And she goes on to add, "We have been working in partnerships with youth organizations to support those protesting for change. We are collaborating with coalitions to provide emergency health care, food, and shelter." Well, finally, looks like Beyonce has come to our rescue. Actress Ufoma McDermott reacts after being attacked online. Yes, this is still on the hashtag #EndSARS campaign. Yes, she was attacked that, she posted a picture on her Instagram page, and then the person was like, she should go and sit because she was not at the toll gate. Well, Ufoma didn't take it lightly, and she was like, you, this, and that. She backlashed at her. She gave her a lot of harsh words. And this is actually negative. I see this comment as negative because there were pictures of Ufoma McDermott, Omoni Oboli, and of course Choma Akpotha at the protest dishing out food, supplies to the protesters. So whoever it is that, that gave that information about Ufoma McDermott not being at the protest, I'm sorry, you're wrong. Yeah, the celebrity couple, the couple we've always looked up to, they always have one thing or the other going. Yes, the couple of Cardi B and Offset with their baby culture. Well, we recall that they kind of had a divorce thingy going on, and then, they didn't have to sign the papers anymore. As Cardi B and Offset are officially back together, then people started criticizing Cardi B about her going back with Offset, and then she had something to say on people being critical about her getting back with Offset. She says, "I can't fight my best friend." Wow, that's serious. Offset being Cardi B's best friend. Yes, that is one good one. So people, accept it or not, Cardi B and Offset are officially back and going nowhere. Okay, we had a lot of celebration going on during the Lekki massacre, but due to the things that happened, a lot of people were not able to publicize it. One of those very few people is Nollywood actress Dakore Egwusin. Yeah, she celebrated her birthday during the Lekki massacre, period, not that particular day, but then during that period, and then she took to social media after that to show how her fans celebrated her, how a special day was celebrated, and she described the day as awesome as she was surrounded by friends and family. After the Lekki massacre, the brutal killings and everything, we had a lot of international artists, coming up and standing up for Nigeria. And one of them is actor and singer Idris Elba, as he calls on African leaders to intervene in Nigeria. Yes, he showed his sympathy, and of course, he asked other African leaders to intervene in Nigeria, because at this moment, we really need support. Wow, finally a celebration. Instagram comedian, yes, following his newly acquired Range Rover, Oluwa Dollars welcomes his first child with social media influencer Ife Love. Yes, she used to be, one of his acts in his comedy scene, so obviously you might know Ife Love. But of course, they've welcomed their first child. A big congratulations to them. Okay, here is one I don't know to say, just a celebrity story actually, but then you guys need to know, we've always said that Bobrisky is very generous, and let's see how his generosity has paid off. He says, "How the mention of my name saved my car from hoodlums. He sent his driver out to get some diesel. Then some hoodlums stopped him to attack. And when he said Bobrisky sent him, they said, 'Oh, that is our mama. Nothing should happen to our car. Please go.' And when the driver got back home, he sent him back to give the hoodlums some money, 100K precisely. Then he said, 'Bottom fact of the story is help people around your house, office, etc. So whenever anything happens, they can stand for you.'" And then he went ahead. Of course, we know Bobrisky never goes without a backlash. He says, "Some people will come for me with this post. Yeah, I don't care about your opinion. All you get is a block. I don't know your father." Okay, are we going to say Bobrisky is generous? But of course, generosity goes a long way. But then the last line where he had to say he's going to block anybody who comes for him, that is Bobrisky. Yeah, we had a lot of, laments and cries during the #EndSARS protest, and then one of them is Davido lamenting, saying he can't sleep. The Lekki massacre really put a lot of people, into a lot of fright, and then Davido is one of the people who had a sleepless night during that time. Okay, still on the hashtag NSAS protest. Big Brother Naija ex-housemate Gifty sure has a way of always staying in the spotlight. Recall that she was a disqualified contestant at the Big Brother Naija season 3, I guess. Big Brother Naija season 3. And then she was disqualified. But then, yes, she came back into the spotlight with her blaming protesters for the life lost. She said, "Did your protest bring back the dead?" Oh, that was an awful thing to say. But of course, Gifty is in the spotlight. You guys, if you've forgotten about Gifty in Big Brother Naija, then you have to go back to season 3. Yes, Gifty is a disqualified housemate. She was the kind of Erica we had this season. So, okay, guys, that was from Gifty. Okay, here on the foreign entertainment world, we have one of the defunct group. Yeah, if you all know, if you're familiar with your music, yes, then you will know Destiny Child. We had one member of the defunct group, Kelly Rowland. Yes, Beyonce was also part of that group. Then we have Kelly Rowland showcasing a baby bump in a fitted dress in LA, that is Los Angeles, which means we're expecting a baby from Kelly Rowland very soon. Yeah, we call that latest couple in town, Mr. and Mrs. Perry. Yes, that's Nicki Minaj and her husband. Nicki Minaj said last week that she's so grateful and in love with her baby boy, even though she hasn't given us a name. But she's given us the first glimpse of her son while marking first year wedding anniversary with Kenneth Perry. And this is coming after she gave a voice, and the hashtag NSAS campaign says, "Your voice is being heard." This is coming from Nicki Minaj, and then she really feels sorry for Nigeria during all of this process. But of course, she just celebrated her 1-year wedding anniversary with Kenneth Perry, and then she's so grateful and in love with a baby boy.